Hi everyone, Tasha here for Paper Sweeties, and today is day 3 of the Paper Sweeties March release, and the new stamp set this month is called Gather. We're going to be using the welcome sentiment in this stamp set for today's project. In addition, we're going to be using the word home from the Blessed Sentiment stamp set. And we're going to be using this really cute lighthouse image from the Beach Therapy stamp set. The colors I'll be using is red, white, and blue and some red glitter paper. And to begin, we're going to start stamping our center card. I'm starting with the lighthouse image since I want this lighthouse in the center of my card. So I thought it would be best to start with stamping the biggest stamp and then I can fit the words above and below it. I'm going in with some black hybrid ink since I'm going to be using alcohol markers for my coloring, and then I'm just using a smoosher tool to make sure I have even pressure. Next, I'm using the welcome sentiment from the new Gather stamp set from this month's release, and I'm using the same black ink. Again, using the smoosher tool just to give that even pressure. Next, I'm going in with the word home, and I'm putting it directly in the center on the bottom, using that same dark black ink. And this way I have the two greetings right above and underneath the lighthouse stamped image. And I did have to go in a couple times just to make sure I got all the letters. My magnet was kind of covering the E and a little bit of the M, but it's easy to just stamp again using a stamping tool. Next, I'm going to color the lighthouse in coordinating shades that match the paper I selected. So I'm going in with this pretty red shade of Copic markers, and then I'm going in with some blue. I thought this way I would keep it more of a red, white, and blue theme throughout my card. And this blue is just such a pretty color. Doesn't it just make you feel like you're going to the beach and you have the red and the blue color on the lighthouses? You usually see red, white, and blue on white houses. Next, I'm going in with some yellow. I'm going in with two different shades of yellow just to give that lighted look to the windows and that top tower part. So I went in with a darker shade of yellow, and then the other windows I went in with a brighter shade and then used an orange marker to just kind of give some shadow. So this way those yellow colors really popped. In addition, I went in with a gray color on the lighthouse to give some shadowing as well. This way you don't have to use so many colors to get those three shades. You can just add some darker gray on the edges and then it would give you a shadow effect. Next, I'm going in and ink blending the edges. I'm using Squeezed Lemonade Distress Oxide ink, and I'm going around all of the edges pretty heavy with the color. I wanted to have the yellow really deep around the edges and lighter towards the center. To give a lighted look coming off of the lighthouse, I'm using some thin Post-it masking tape to just kind of mask off areas. This way it looks like light is shining from the lighthouse. This is super easy to do. You don't need a stencil. You can also just use paper and cut out 2 pieces of paper or use 2 pieces of scrap paper just to mask off an area. I found it really easy to use this thin tape, but again, you could just use some scraps. Next, I'm going in with a deeper yellow. This is called Yellowstone, and I'm just going in and adding a little bit more color around those edges since I wanted it again to be dark around those edges and light coming towards the center. Once I was done, I gently removed that Post-it tape, and then I have this really cool lighthouse look. It's kind of like coming off from those windows. It looks just like a lighthouse around the ocean or a lake. Next, I'm going in with some glue runner, and I'm just going to start attaching my layers. The first layer is a really pretty red glitter cardstock, and it just gives tons of sparkle, and it also looks great with that yellow color. Then I'm going to add it to a blue, very similar to the shade I used on the lighthouse. Again, I wanted these to coordinate with the colors of paper, so I did pick a color that matched. After that, I went in with a white. I just wanted a little bit of white to divide the red and the blue color, and I love red, white, and blue themed projects. It's just so fun, and it just is perfect as we start getting into those warmer summer months coming up shortly. And then I attached it to a pretty red cardstock. My card base is really simple. It's just a white top fold card base, A2 sized, and then I made the same size base layer, so this way I didn't have to worry about matching up my layers. Once I was done, I went in with a gel pen just to add a few accents to the little lighthouse image. I like adding little white gel dots, and I just think it looks so cute to have a little bit of little dots around those windows to kind of give it a sparkle look. Once I was done, I also added some deep yellow dots to the lighted area. Again, it's just adding a little more interest, and I think it just gives so much more detail to your project. So here's my completed card. I hope you guys are having fun with the new release. All of the supplies used are listed below. Have a great day. Bye-bye.